into how I feel, what I think. Um, but I met this person when I was um, in high school in St. Louis, Missouri. I was modeling. I was 16 years old. Like, I've known you, and everybody knows. Again, that's documented. You can see. I believe I was maybe a sophomore. I know it was before junior prom and senior prom because I went to both of those proms alone with my friends when I was dating them. So it was definitely long before junior and senior prom. I think it was around sophomore year of high school. And again, everybody knows this in my life. You know, I was walking around, they see me. The point of it is, I've known you a long time and I've seen lots of stuff, and I just choose to not go there. Lots of things that I could say over the time. You know, I'm typically the one that he and others would call to have their back, right? I'm the one that they would call to solidify everything, to validate everything. If you always look, whenever they get into trouble, they always want to hop up on the live and do a half screen with me. Again, this was years ago because we don't speak now. But, you know, I'm always the one that kind of puts out the fire. I'm also the one that always runs to the defense of all my friends. So if you see any other women, certainly women that I've come up with, certainly women that are mothers of my other of my kids that I love, I come to their defense. So if they're down and out or something's wrong, yeah, you're always going to see Kimora, big mouth me, running up to the gate, running up.
So I was today's years old when I found out that Kimora Lee and Russell Simmons got together when she was merely 16 years old. This grown-ass man was 36 years old at the time, I believe. He was definitely in his mid to late 30s, I believe. As you can see in this photo here, you can tell that this man is in his 30s, right? You look at a young Kimora. Look how young, like she was 16 years old. Okay, I found this photo. They said, they asked, does Kimora Lee have Stockholm syndrome? Whatever happening with Kimora and Russell Simmons' daughter is not surprising to me. When you learn about this stuff, when you know the history, I believe that Kimora is only 3 years older than me, so she's about 48 years old now. But this is back in the 90s. She was 16 years old, dating a 35 or 36-year-old man. They got married shortly after, because I believe they got married before she turned 18. She had his kids not too long after, right? Now, when I went and do some research, apparently her mother was the one that gave Russell permission to date her 16-year-old daughter. Her mother. So I'm like, what the hell is going on? So usually when I see this type of behavior, I always like to go and look at the person's past, look at their early life, and get information about their childhood and upbringing. And I went to Kimora's Wikipedia page because usually everything you need to know is usually on their Wikipedia page. Okay, this is her daughter here. Let me go find her page. Give me a second. All right, so I went to that hot mess of Wikipedia. Why is she still carrying that last name Simmons? Like, that is so odd to me. So I went to her page, and you all tell me why there's like a warning. Like, what do you call this? Okay, a warning from Wikipedia. This is what they say. This article contains text that is written in a promotional tone. Please help improve it by removing promotional language and inappropriate in external links, and by adding encyclopedic text written from a neutral point of view. Whoever is writing up her page, there are some things that they do not want us to know because there is a lot of information missing in this woman's background. Okay, because usually when I come on someone's Wikipedia page, I usually go to this area right here because this is what is going to tell you everything you need to know about this person. So, how they grew up, their parents, what their parents did. Okay, this is how you usually find out when some celebrities will never rags to riches, because a lot of celebrities claim to be rags to riches, and then when you go back and you find out that their mother was a brain surgeon and their father was an entrepreneur. Like, it's so ridiculous, right? Like, what rags to riches are you talking about? So it's usually in this area right here. So let's read this. Kimora Lee Perkins was born in St. Louis. Growing up in the northern St. Louis suburb of Florissant, Missouri, Simmons was a frequent target of bullying at school. So, oh no, she's the victim. Usually when you go to someone's Wikipedia page and you go to early life, they tell you where they was born, when they was born, who their parents were, their parents' occupation, etc. There is nothing about her parents. So she was bullied because of her height and multi-ethnic background. So she's African American on her father's side and Japanese Korean on her mother's side. Simone struggled to find confidence and felt, in her own words, different. Girl, in an effort to bolster Kimora's confidence, Kimora's mother enrolled her into modeling classes when she was 11 years old. 2 years later, Simmons attended a model search event in Kansas City, where she was discovered by the event's organizer, Marie-Christine Collock, and an agent from the prominent Paris modeling agency, Glamour. Now, I have a lot to say about the modeling agency, and I'm going to try say as much as I can and as concise as I can so that this video is not too long. Simmons is a graduate of Lutheran North High School in St. Louis, Missouri. In 2017, Simmons returned to school, and in 2018, she graduated with a Bachelor of Arts in Business. So if you went to school, ladies, for the people that are, my American viewers, please confirm this with me. Is it possible to get a bachelor's degree in a year? That's what I want to know, because I thought, university, it took 2 years. Again, pardon my ignorance, but let me know in the comments. I mean, I'm sure it's possible if you work hard and you do the exams or whatever. I don't know. I don't know. Of course, I went down that rabbit hole of trying to find information about Kimora. I had to look at other pages because this Wikipedia page is trash, absolute trash. There is no real information here, because when I went and I found out some more, I went digging, I found out that her daddy was sentenced to prison. I don't know how long he was sentenced to prison, but she was in grade school. Again, I do not know what grade school is. I'm assuming that it's primary school, but her dad got convicted and went to prison for dealing the narcotics, okay? The narcotics. That's what he got sentenced for, convicted for. I guess we can say that her father was absent most of her life, because this video, I am going to unlock another trauma that you may not know you have. Because if you love older men, if older men are your preference, you need to listen to what I have to say. Okay, some things are not going to sound great. Some of the things that I'm going to say is going to trigger you, but that is okay, because you know what? I'm speaking from experience, all right? If you are attracted to older men and you have this track record of dating men that are 10 years older, 20 years older, even 30 years older than you, that is a trauma response, because a lot of people do not know that their preference is actually a trauma response. Because I think I talked about this on my Patreon. And if you're not on my Patreon, you need to sign up. You really do. Going back to Kimora Lee's background. So they got married in 1998. So she was pretty young when they got married. I don't know how long it took them to get married, but clearly this girl was groomed within the modeling industry, all right? But anyways, I'll get into that. Let me just, get this over with. She has 5 kids, as we already know. She got married 2 other times. The second marriage was basically a sham marriage, because she got married outside of the United States to this guy. What's his name? Jimun. She got married to this guy outside of the United States because she was still legally married to Russell at the time. And then she got married to the scammer, as we all know. So clearly, this woman did not get a chance to know who she was. Like, let me tell you something, like these child marriages and these young girls, or these grown-ass men getting with these young girls, marrying them, pumping them with babies, and then they go from one marriage to another. Like, these women do not know themselves. They really don't know. Because if you do not spend time with yourself, if you don't spend time being single for a period of time, like maybe a year or at least 2 years, if you never live by yourself, then you do not know who you are and you do not know what you want. Because this right here is not a good sign at all, because clearly she is struggling with discernment, because this guy lied to her the entire time they were together. He was always married to his ex. He was not divorced. I mean, it's just too much, okay? So this woman is going through a lot, okay? So, going back to her childhood at age 13, this woman, because I mean, the information is changing. Oh, by the way, this is another thing. I've read so many different information about Kimora while I was doing this research. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Because it shouldn't be this hard to get this information. Like, I literally read an article where they were basically saying that she was adopted. They said she was adopted. She was adopted. They say that she is Korean and Japanese, and she was adopted by an American couple. And I'm like, really? Like, she looks like a biracial woman, because this is not someone that is 100% Asian. She's beautiful. Yes, she's very beautiful. But at the end of the day, I do not believe she was adopted. I do not know where they got that crazy information from, but there is something going on with the narrative, because somebody's trying to hide something. So anyways, imagine modeling for Chanel at 13 years old. And that's another thing that bothers me about the fashion industry. Why do they have children modeling clothes that is sold to women? Grown women are the ones that have the money and the resources to buy these clothes. Why are they putting these clothes on children? Like, please, someone tell me what the hell is going on with this industry. Okay, and then, people get mad when we say that it's just a breeding ground for predators, which it is. And modeling, there's a fine line between modeling and sex work. But nobody wants to talk about that, because that's basically what it is, because there's a lot of gray areas. Why is a 13-year-old in that industry? Why? You see parents that put their kids in show business and put their kids up for modeling and stuff like that. I side-eye those parents, because we know what's going on now. Back in the day, we had no idea what was going on, but now the veil have been lifted and we know exactly what's going on. These children or young models are being, I don't want to say the word, traffic. There, I spell it out. This is what is happening. This is Kimora Lee Simmons' life. 16 years old, still in high school, started dating a grown-ass man, grown, okay? Let me show you all this cute little picture, right? Remember, ladies, a 35-year-old man saw this. A 35-year-old man saw this and thought, damn, she's beautiful. I want to marry her. She's going to be the mother of my children. Let me show you all the other photo, because this is wild. At 34, no, actually, no, he was 35. A 35-year-old man saw this face and was like, damn, she's beautiful. Look at the big rock on her finger, y'all. Look at that face. You can tell this is a baby. There are too many pedos in the industry, in the entertainment industry, the modeling industry. There are way too many pedos in the industry. It is getting out of hand. So now that we have a backstory of Aoki Simmons' mother and her father, let's get in on the conversation as to why I'm here and why your preference is a trauma response, and why your preference for older men is also a trauma response. This young lady right here is Russell and Kimora's 21-year-old daughter. Now, by the way, Russell has been charged with, allegedly, by the way, SA, I believe up to 18 women came forward. Let that sink in, 18 women. And this man was about to go to jail, y'all. He flew, okay, he ran off to Bali, okay? This is him up here in this little corner here. This is him in Bali, like sitting in the lotus position. It's just ridiculous, right? But anyways, he fled to Bali, which does not have an extradition treaty to the United States. So this man ain't going back to the United States, y'all. Like, he is out there in Bali living his best life. Meanwhile, your 21-year-old daughter is dating a 62 or 61-year-old man. You all should have seen the pictures. You all should have seen the pictures, because the pictures are so gross. But anyways, this is Aoki, 21-year-old Aoki. I mean, she literally has the body of a child. And this is this grown-ass man. This man is so grown. This man can literally be her grandfather. That's her boyfriend. They are dating. On my Patreon, I did talk about these type of relationship dynamics, right? When you see these type of relationships, it's always there's always daddy issues involved. Aoki Simmons' relationship with a 65-year-old Vittorio Assaf is over. Oh, thank God it's over. But anyways, the relationship between the 21-year-old Aoki Simmons and 65-year-old Vittorio Assaf is over, according to page 6. Kimora Lee Simmons was livid about her daughter's relationship which is now over and referred to as a fling. Well, at least her mama did something about it. Now, this is on YouTube. I'm not going to click on this video because I do not want to get copyrighted. But this is her kissing this old-ass man on the beach. This 21-year-old. This, like, y'all, what is wrong with these men? These men love children. Aoki Lee Simmons goes live with boyfriend during last day in St. Bart's. I remember I saw a clip where she was basically telling her father that if you don't increase my allowance, I'm going to get a sugar daddy. I saw that clip somewhere. Now, I do not know if she was joking or whatnot, but the whole, when you look at their photos and everything like that with, her and this man, dating and, the PDA and holding hand and kissing and stuff. I'm putting this photo up because I want you all to take a good look at this. Look how gross this man is. Like, this man has no shame. And I think the reason why, if they're truly broken up, I think the reason why they're broken up is because he's probably getting a lot of heat for this. I can guarantee you he's getting a lot of heat for this because this doesn't look good. Okay, I told you all that men that are healthy and men that are high quality are looking for women that are age appropriate. These incels and alpha male podcasters will tell you that, oh, they want like really young girls and the younger the better. Those type of guys, okay? And those type of guys are trash. Any man that is so comfortable dating a woman that can be his grandchild is trash. There is something wrong with this situation. And I know we are basically from a community that advises women to date older, encourages women to date older. I myself are also in an age gap marriage. And again, there's nothing wrong with it if the age gap is, reasonable. Okay, there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. Sometimes, in some cases, it's not right. This case in particular, this is not right. Kimora Lee, at 16 years old, should not have been dating a 35-year-old. There are some cases or some instances where it's very inappropriate. And this is one of them. This girl has daddy issues because according to what people are saying, the words on the street is that Russell basically abandoned his kids. He's not taking care of these kids. He's been absent. Her parents, Aoki, I'm talking about her parents have been divorced since I think it was 2006 or 2008, they've been divorced. So this girl has a lot of issues. And ladies, when you see situations like this, especially from someone with this wealth and status, that is not a good sign, because I've never seen a young girl that was very well taken care of, had positive role models in her life, had a positive father figure in her life, a young girl that was provided for by her parents, a young girl that's educated. I've never seen a young girl like that, that is well-rounded, date someone that old. Most of these girls that are, upper middle class or upper class or whatnot, they usually date within their age group. It is more common for them to date within their age group. Usually when you see young women dating men this old for money or whatever, it's because of trauma. Okay, maybe it's because of trauma from poverty, or trauma from an absent father, or a lack of a positive father figure, aka daddy issues, or both. A lot of women in our community that are dating older men, and they say that they love older men, and older men is their type. That is a trauma response. Your preference is a trauma response. You have to work on your daddy issues. You need to heal. I have enough self-awareness to admit that my preference at the time when I was younger was a trauma response, because I myself had an absent father and we struggled. At the end of the day, there are a lot of unhealed people out here just dating, getting in relationships. A lot of people are on a path to self-destruction. This looks like self-destruction to me. Nobody's talking about this because everybody is talking about about, oh my God, like she's dating this old ass man. Like, can you imagine your parents are so rich, your father is so wealthy, only for you to turn around and date a man this old on the beach kissing up on an old man? I mean, look at this girl. Look at her body. You know, like she literally has the body of a child. There's absolutely no reason for her to be dating this man unless she's trying to get back at her parents. Because even if she's doing that, that's still a cry for help. There's something not right about this situation. It doesn't feel right. There's something absolutely wrong about this. It's uncomfortable. This is more than a 30-year age gap. This is a 34 years age gap. Like this is ridiculous. If this man is in his 60s, then he was born in 1957 or something like that, yeah? So this man was born in 1957, and this girl, if she's 21, was born in 2003. So for all my millennials and Gen Xers, 2003. For most of us, it feels like it was literally just the other day. It feels like it doesn't feel like that far away, you know? 2003 to 2024. For us, when we think of 2003, we think like, you know, that was just recent. There's no reason for a man that old to be dating a girl that young. What do they have in common? Like, really, what do they have in common? What are they talking about? I mean, look at this man. You know what? Let's look this guy up. What's his name? Okay, let's go look up this guy. This man is too grown for this bullshit. This is why they broke up, y'all. This is why they broke up, because I searched him and this is what comes up. This is what comes up. Like, nobody knows what this man, all everyone knows is that this man is dating Russell Simmons' 21-year-old daughter. So apparently he's a restaurateur. I need to know the name of his restaurant so I can boycott them. Okay, he has an Instagram page. Okay, his page is not opening. Did he delete his page though? This is his LinkedIn page. Let's go on LinkedIn. But I just think it's so funny when you search him, this is what comes up. And this is the reason why most men of a certain status avoid dating younger women. And not only are you dating a young girl, but you are dating someone famous. Like you shouldn't have done that, because if you had dated any other girl at around that age, no one would have known. But apparently he owns a Serafina Restaurant Group. Okay, let's look up Serafina Restaurant Group. So he's a restaurateur, y'all. But now you known as the creepy guy that dated a 21-year-old. I mean, you guys already see what's happening to his reputation already. Okay, so y'all, it's definitely Italian cuisine. And the restaurant group is a private company, so it's not a public trading company. So you can't buy stocks or anything like that from this group. Annual revenue is estimated to be 1 million. Okay, let's go to serafinarestaurant.com. Okay, where's this restaurant? Oh, that pizza look gross. I mean, he does have an Italian name, so this makes sense. This makes sense. All right, so this is his restaurant, y'all. You know the restaurant. Let me know in the comments. Will you be dining here? Will you dine at this restaurant? Just imagine putting your name on Google, and this is literally the first thing that comes up. So embarrassing. Anyway, I think I'm done rambling. I feel bad for Kimora. I really do. That woman has been through a lot, and I don't believe that woman has taken the time to get to know herself and to, get to know what she really wants, because her entire life has been controlled and basically planned for her. Your mom signed you up to modeling classes. You started modeling for Chanel at 13 years old. You model until the age of 16, because I don't think she modeled I don't know. Maybe she did model after the age of 16. The minute she got with Russell, her modeling career was basically over. Okay, like I've seen this happen so many times. Young girls with a budding modeling career got grabbed up by these predators, taken off the market, never to be seen or heard of from again. There was a model that married an Arab prince, got married and everything like that. Then I believe they got divorced and she disappeared, never to be seen again. No one knows what happened to this woman, an American woman. Now that I've mentioned that, on the 8th of May, I will be having a guest speaker on my Patreon. Her name is Suha. Some of you ladies know who she is. She is also a coach in the hypergamy space. And this woman is from Lebanon. So she's Middle Eastern and she lives in Egypt right now. And we are going to be talking about dating and marrying outside of your culture. And we are going to be putting a little more focus on Middle Eastern men, because a lot of girls in the community think, that are flying all the way to Dubai and stuff like that, trying to get them one of those prince, one of those Emirati prince or whatever. We're going to talk about all of that. It is a private meeting, so you have to be my Patreon to get an invite. If you can make it, it will be recorded. I encourage you ladies to attend that meeting. Hit the link in my description and sign up to my Patreon today. Sign up below. If you don't want to, that is fine. Okay. If you want to support me, just continue watching my videos. Share my videos if you can. I'm not one of those creators that have my Cash App or my PayPal link in under my videos. I'm not going to do that. There are ways that you can support me. I highly encourage you all to attend that meeting on the 8th. It's going to be at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is it, y'all. Dating and marrying outside of your culture. This is beautiful Suha. She is going to be my guest. This is your girl here, right here. That's me. And, join us on the Hypergamous Mindset on May the 8th at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right? This is all the information you need. If you have any questions, let me know. You guys on YouTube are the first to know about this. I'm going to post this on my Facebook group, and I'm going to go live as well, to talk about it. Well, talk about this upcoming meeting and, inform you guys, the ladies that may not be subscribed to my channel. Please make the effort if you can and come and attend this meeting. Okay, you do not want to miss it. All right. So with that, I think I'm going to end this video here. I just want you all to look at this situation, the situation with Kimora Lee and her daughter from a different perspective. Because yes, a lot of people are here for the scandal, and a lot of people here are here for the tea or whatever. This is not a good sign. This is clearly a sign of trauma response. And this young lady is basically following in her mother's footstep. And of course, her mother is not going to be pleased, because her mother doesn't want the same for her daughter. I don't think she wants the same for her daughter. I think she wants better for her daughter. I can't imagine being married at 16 years old. Like at 16 years old, what was I doing at 16 years old? I was hanging out with my friends and doodling in my notebook in high school and talking about crushes. That's what I was doing at 16 years old. Like, I couldn't imagine dating a grown-ass man, a 35-year-old man. Because granted, like, there were men that, like, there were literally grown-ass men that would be inappropriate with me. Because I remember when I was 14 years old, there was this man that everybody in my family knew. And that man used to be so inappropriate with me. And I do not know why I thought it was normal. It wasn't. Now that I look back, it was insane. I can't imagine being married to a grown-ass man like that at the age of 16. That is just, who child, that is just weird and so wrong. And I'm so glad that my family protected me. God, like, can you imagine, like, if I had done that, like, I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you all today. My life would have taken a completely different turn. So yeah, I am grateful to be here, and I'm grateful for my family's protection. Thanks for listening, ladies. Of course, subscribe. Bye.